Welcome back to another episode of the No Shame Podcast. Me and Wolf are here with Battlefield Bartender today,
Hello from Australia.
all the way from Australia.
Good to finally be on the show, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, we've been trying to plan this for like what 2 weeks now.
We've had to push it back like a whole week for the past.
Yeah,
Like how long have we been trying to make this happen? Oh,
yeah,
God.
the timing is off. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning for me, so it's wild. It is really really wild.
This is like the only window we've got for this. So we're trying to make
the
it
only
work.
window.
yep.
Yeah, and we apologize for all the like the misconception we've been trying to do. We've been really working hard on working on the reaction series and stuff. But we're here doing the podcast. Let's do it.
Awesome.
First thing I have to react to is Battlefield 6 official season gameplay trailer.
All right.
Here we go.
The world is a tinderbox. A spark from any direction can set it all off.
Damn.
Nice looking skins there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That looks like it's gonna be a fun map.
That
looks sick.
that got some like vehicular potential. Yes.
Oh,
Any map that has helicopter flight capabilities, I'm all for. I'm all up in those helicopters.
It looks really really interesting.
these look so good.
Yeah.
Damn.
Very open to.
I like that.
Oh yeah, let's go. I'm ready to try this out.
Some pretty suburban environments this go around as well. Damn.
Damn.
Like that map that's set in that golf club, like that kind of reminds me of the Modern Warfare 2 campaign back in 2009.
Yeah.
Like the
Wars are
Battle of
coming,
Washington.
Yep.
Yeah.
and it's already here.
Yeah. Damn, it looks really fucking
Real
sick.
good.
Alright, what
Holy
do we
shit.
get? New tank
Oh no, that's with the Phantom Edition. See, I pre-ordered the Phantom Edition copy of Battlefield 6, so you can get it with the Phantom Edition upgrade if
I
you
only got
wish.
standard.
So
Damn.
you only got the yeah. I mean, that's fair enough. I mean, there's plenty of rewards that you probably would have gotten from Battlefield 2042's reward track in
Because
the lead up
Yeah.
to BF6.
when it came to me with Battlefield, I don't really care for the rewards. I just want to play the game. It's gonna be fun anyway, standard or fan.
Yeah.
I've been having a
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Mm.
is like the vehicles just feel so right. Like I feel right back at home. Just piloting those attack helicopters like it's Battlefield 3 and 4 all over again. Because I think I
Yeah.
told you this before. But back when I was playing BF3 and BF4, like I started out on the Xbone, like the Xbox One, and
Yeah.
a friend of mine that I grew up with in high school, like he and I would just be hogging the attack helicopters any chance we got. And he pretty much taught me everything I know about flying those things in just about every Battlefield game. And if you want any more proof that he knows his shit, he is still, if you go onto the BattleNet logs for Battlefield 4, he is still on the Xbox servers ranked in the top 5 best pilots in Australia for attack helicopters and jets. So,
Damn.
yeah.
That's really cool.
So I
Yeah,
learned from the best.
I look forward to getting myself a copy of Battlefield 6. So I haven't played it yet. So it's
Yeah,
gonna
do
be
gun
pretty
runs
cool.
with me and the Apaches.
So I think
I've seen your clip, so it looks really fucking sick.
There
It's
was a
so much fun.
big problem at the beginning with portal mode with the XP. They recently patched every single one of those. So now you have to gain XP the normal way now. Thank God.
Good, good. See, like that's the one kind of disconnect, and the only reason why that sort of started is, like, and again, I really hate ragging on Call of Duty and its community, but the way that the sort of player environment is, in the Call of Duty camp right now, because of big streamers like Tim the Tatman and Nick Frags and like all those big streamers that are purely just playing Warzone, or in the Call of Duty League. One thing that is common with all of them is that they're all trying to just blitz through the progression track and show off, meta builds and that kind of thing. That's
Oh, yeah.
never what the point of Battlefield really has been about. It's all been about, everyone pretty much being on the same level as each other, and that's why the grind for all of these weapons is, exactly how it is. It's a grind because that's the thing that gives Battlefield its longevity.
Hmm?
Not a battle pass, not a shitty battle royale mode. Oh, we just we just lost Undead, and Wolf is back. What happened there, bud?
Sorry. I don't know.
But yeah, that's what gives Battlefield its longevity. It's that long grind, and I said this on TikTok last week in amidst all the complaining about the grind is so slow and sluggish. That's the point. Like it gives me more of a reason to come back to play, just to put little bit by little bit towards that progression track with the initial progression.
Like,
All the while, I'm still having fun, and I'm not getting my dick munched by some unemployed, no-lifer at the game who has just done nothing but play Battlefield 24/7 and
exactly.
has already gotten every single weapon, every single attachment, and every piece of kit that you could possibly acquire, just doming me from afar. No, it gives everyone equal opportunity, and even with the way that weapons and gadgets are sort of distributed amongst the four classes, like it's still very, very balanced no matter what weapon you have, because whatever weapon you have, they're more geared towards individual player comfort, like what kind of weapon suits your play style, not just this weapon's better out of all of them. And sure, there's going to be, the one or two weapons that definitely trump others, but they cannot outgun a tank. They can't outgun an IFE. They certainly cannot outgun an Apache. So, and that's the sort of scissors, paper, rock approach to Battlefield's balance that has been integral to the formula since, I want to say, Battlefield 2. Most definitely, because that's pretty much how it's been from the get-go. It's a slow grind, but there's a purpose to it.
Like, my take on it is, why would you spend $70 just to go sit in a XP when you could just play the game and have fun?
Exactly. Yeah.
Moreover, why would you spend $70 US to basically finish the multiplayer mode within like a week or a month, and then have nothing else to do after that? And I think that's what has been holding, this recent era of Call of Duty back a bit. It's just the need to try and grind out and blitz out to first prestige of the day one season, or whatever that may be. And then suddenly, there's just nothing else to do from that point until the next content drop comes. And like Call of Duty is just in such a weird state right now, because the post-launch support for each title since, I want to say, Modern Warfare 2019 has basically felt more like a live service game. But at the same time, these games come out every year. So,
Yeah.
it'd be like if Bungie or Ubisoft made, a Division game or a Destiny game every year, and the progression is just so short. Like, what would the point be then? Like, what is, what's the point of playing those games if they're just gonna if it's literally just being handled like the end game of a looter shooter or an MMORPG at this point. It doesn't really have any kind of consistent logic, and with the more stuff that they pump out, like the balancing of these games as well, like in the multiplayer space, which are geared towards professional esports, mind you, is just completely unbalanced. And that's where you get this whole crowd of people constantly complaining and moaning about it year after year after year. And then with Battlefield here, I think they're finally going to sort of put Activision and all of the studios that are working on Call of Duty projects right now in their place, just to sort of like show them what's up and, give them a reason to. And like with Battlefield 6, already released, the evidence is already in the pudding. Like Call of Duty is already trying to make moves to cater towards that casual crowd that have been begging for so much of this to happen. Like they got rid of SBMM. They've done away with the kooky crossover skins, but this at the same time, they're not really following a consistent logic either with like all this wacky stuff, like having the bus conductor from Black Ops 2 Zombies as a playable operator in the multiplayer suite, dude. It's like, okay, so you're saying one thing, but you're also doing another on the other hand. What are we doing?
See, that's why I'm glad I stopped playing BO6 this month so I can play Battlefield 6 because I like how slow the progression is. Right now, what I'm doing with my guns is I start with the base gun and I'm gonna max that out for just, or I'll like try them all out for like a match and then like the nice and slow. One more thing I want to say before we move on to the next reaction is, to all you people making XP farms in Battlefield 6, fuck off.
Just kindly fuck right off to
Like,
the moon.
all you people that make like cool ass maps that aren't XP farms, that's cool. Keep on doing that.
Like,
but you XP farm people, fuck off.
Portal mode. Like that's what the portal mode has basically been for. Like, do you remember when Forge mode in Halo like was a big thing when that debuted with Halo 3? That's essentially what portal mode is meant to be for, but for Battlefield. And the beauty of the portal mode is you've got more creative tools to fuck around with thanks to the Frostbite engine. Like, there's so much potential there for like the wildest, most creative maps that people can put in there and gameplay experiences, but people decide, bot farm. Which I think is I think that is just the most creatively bankrupt thing you could possibly come up with. And it just like, what did you expect? A fucking medal?
Yeah. The next reaction we got here is a TV show that I am very excited. It comes out this Sunday called It Welcome to Derry. This is episode 1 promo trailer.
Ooh, okay.
I'll also pull up the most recent trailer that came out by HBO.
Right.
Damn. All I'm gonna say is these kids aren't gonna fucking beat fucking anyone.
Ooh.
I don't know. An evil spirit?
These kids are gonna do shit.
Production values are already looking pretty good.
We have 25 disappearances.
Okay. There's the promo trailer.
Right.
Oh Jesus. Um, this is the
That's the most recent one.
this is the official trailer by HBO Max.
Have they gotten Bill Skarsgård to play Pennywise again, or?
Oh yeah, he's coming
Yeah.
back to play him for. I think they already have 3 seasons planned out for this TV show.
3 seasons.
Yeah. I'm fucking because I think in the first season it's set in the 1970s or the 80s, and then every single season they're gonna go back in time to when Pennywise first
Oh,
came to
shit.
Earth.
That is
Okay.
interesting.
Because I'm pretty sure in this trailer they show like a bunch of old photos when he was a clown in the circus, but he disguised himself as a human.
Hmm.
Oh, 1962. That's when this is set in.
Hello? Oh, hi. I'm Rich, by the way. Will.
With renting a house in town, 8 years living on base, I just think my missus is ready for a little taste of normal.
Well, if normal is what you're after, you two are going to love dairy.
You don't like it much down here, do you, Miss Handler?
You know, it's hard not to miss the things you leave behind.
We're getting into the swing of it, though. Starting to feel like home.
Things happen here. We don't really talk about it. No one does.
They never even found a body. But maybe you could figure out what really happened to him.
Could have been a drifter.
Do you think somebody could kidnap a kid and
Damn.
keep him underground? In the sewers?
What happened out there, Helen?
We have 25 disappearances, 7 confirmed deaths, mostly children.
Something bad's coming.
Oh shit.
What is that?
God, he looks so good.
He looks honestly so amazing. Oh, that house.
Fuck you.
It looks so fucking good.
I am so excited for this
Yeah.
show.
It looks good, but from a writing standpoint, I'm a little concerned. Because this is not the first time HBO and Warner Brothers has adapted a pre-existing work into a series. Remember Game of Thrones?
I haven't watched Game
Now,
of Thrones. I got bored.
Yeah, okay, so I'm not aware.
I've watched Game of Thrones. I've watched Game of Thrones, so
I'm not particularly aware of who's producing this and directing and all that. Do we know if who wrote the original novel?
Stephen
Stephen
King.
King.
Stephen King.
Is he producing co-producing this as well?
Yes,
Or
he
does
was
he
there
have,
the
I would
entire
assume so,
time
yeah.
they filmed.
Okay,
there.
good, because it's the one thing that HBO really dropped the ball with Game of Thrones. Like they just decided towards the end that they were just going to do their own thing because George R. R. Martin had finished the novelization of the series quite yet, and the show was pretty much just sort of leaning on that the entire time, and that's where the writing just had a very inconsistent pace and very inconsistent logic to it further towards the end. And yeah, that's my one concern. But if Stephen King is actually helping produce this in a sort of like creative advisory role, then yeah, I think this
Yeah.
has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll probably give it a watch.
He has been there since the beginning of filming, because in this scene right here, they're like teasing kind of one of his books he wrote called The Mist, which is what this is right here. And then there's like a bunch of little Easter eggs towards like his books that he wrote.
Mm. I like that. I like that a lot.
But I'm excited for this because I'm a huge Pennywise the Killer Clown fan. Have been since I read the books. I didn't really like the old movie. I didn't like it.
What with
movie.
yeah, the original It. Yeah.
I saw something on TikTok today about it. People are just now figuring out that the ending that Stephen King wanted for It was way too sexual. If you've ever heard about the ending before, Wolf.
Yeah, no, I know what you're on about.
Yeah.
Very interesting, yeah.
But they went with the blood oath instead of the fucking child whatever.
Yeah.
And people are just now figuring that out. You've had how many years to figure that out, and you're just now talking about it? I will be watching this show. I'm excited.
It does look really, really good.
There is a scene that I've been seeing all over the internet where the army goes down into the sewers and fights Pennywise.
Oh shit.
That's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
And I've been hearing rumors that this family is that's Mike's parents from the movie before they burned in that house fire.
Oh shit.
That's what I've been hearing. I have no idea if it's true or not.
Was it a recent TV show that's just finished like the entire series was Gen V. Gen V had a finale on Wednesday. If you haven't watched Gen V, I recommend you watch it before season 5 of The Boys comes up, because honestly, it's so good. And if you love The Boys, then it's something to watch.
Yeah, right.
So this next one, I've never heard of this. This came out yesterday, called Sleep Awake. Apparently, it's a new PlayStation game coming out soon.
It's done by Blumhouse.
Ooh, it's a Blumhouse game.
The mysterious disappearance
Blumhouse's first game.
Mass persists. Those who remain are increasingly alarmed and afraid. We are all vanishing in our sleep. People are disappearing. Residents of the Crush have reached a panicked crisis of reckless experiments in an effort to stay awake.
The hell?
And stay alive.
I am truly awake.
A rogue cult faction has splintered from the Somnological Institute, led by a false prophet who believes that his
Blumhouse do a lot of that.
Can achieve permanent wakefulness. Their strategies for recruitment are coercive.
This kind of reminds me of a Resident Evil Biohazard.
Be avoided, no matter the cost. At the time of this recording, there is still no safety from the hush. If these words reach you, if you remain awake, I beg you, do not sleep.
Comes out in December. Interesting.
Damn. The same month as FNAF. God fucking damn.
This game...
So it's being produced by Blumhouse Games and developed by Eyes Out. Okay.
I mean... when it comes to Blumhouse...
I want to see more gameplay.
When it comes to Blumhouse, I love their games. But when it comes to video games... I love their movies, that's what I meant. But when it comes to video games, I have no idea if it's going to be good or not.
So this is their first game they're producing. because they want to lean towards the gaming community, as they've been trying to make like movies based off games. Similar to how they've done the Five Nights at Freddy's, and I think they've done Until Dawn.
I think they did, but I haven't watched.
Yeah.
So
if
they're
you
leaning
play
towards
Until Dawn, it's literally just Until Dawn in a movie format,
yeah,
like beat for beat, essentially. So if you've already played the game, there's no point watching the movie.
I have never touched the game or seen the movie.
But so this is their take on trying to produce games for once.
Well, they
Yeah, right. Like as far as gameplay is concerned, like making a horror story for a video game is one thing. Making, gameplay for a horror game is another. And like that's just something that, a lot of games nowadays, when you look at the horror genre, there's not really much that separates from like the survival horror aspect in between games anymore. I mean, like there's very few original horror IP that actually feel like its own thing. I think the last good horror game that I played that had like its own sort of twist on gameplay had to be, I think it was either was it either Fear or no, hold on. There was a whole collection of indie horror that I played, made by the same guy who did Buckshot Roulette. And that developer is Mike Klubnica. I think he's either Russian, Polish, or Ukrainian. But he's got like a collection of these little horror games that he called Unsorted Horror, and it's meant to, like, they're 5 short first-person horror games that revolve around detail, machinery, and dread. And they basically play on, the human condition a bit more. Like, think about how, Jordan Peele's horror movies.
I like his movies. I like his movies a lot.
But what these games do is that they put all control into the player. So they basically play on, your morals, and whatever decisions you make will basically determine the outcome of whether you win or lose the game. So it's that kind of sort of, it almost felt Kojima to me. And they're very, very short games. Like the collection only costs like $5 Australian, which would be what, $2.50 American?
Yeah.
And will barely take up any space. Like it's only like 5 games that make a combined total of like a gigabyte of storage. But like for such short games, like they're really, like, it's not so much haunting, but it's really creepy to the point where those kind of moral dilemmas that you're forced into will just linger with you. And I don't know, like knowing that OD, which is a psychological horror game being developed by Kojima Productions, and Jordan Peele is one of the co-directors for that project, along with Hideo Kojima, I feel a bit more enticed by that, like just knowing how much Kojima loves to, sort of create these new kinds of, genres of gameplay. So, in knowing that, I mean, it will be about a year until we see how OD plays. But at the same time, this is a new studio, a new IP as well, obviously, and Blumhouse's first, attempt at video game design.
I feel like
I'm gonna take a cautious approach with this one because, again, I'm not really sure. But again, PlayStation seems to be endorsing it.
I mean,
maybe it might be good, but at the same time, a lot of the games that are produced by PlayStation as well, or and funded by Sony, just seem to be interactive cinematic experiences more than just games. Still not over The Last of Us Part 2 feeling more like a interactive movie than a video game.
Yeah.
And that's going to get me a lot of hate, but look, there are so many ways you can convey your story through gameplay without forcing you to just push the movement stick forward for about 20 minutes until something happens. Like, my God.
I feel like one thing they need to do is I think they own the property to Saw. So if you remember the Saw video game back in what?
On the PlayStation 2?
The early 2000s. And the Xbox 360, right?
Fair.
So if they made I don't know, if they can make a Saw game that's not cinematic, but it's very, very interactive as much as it was before back in the old days, where you can actually gouge your eye out to get a key out. That is what I want. That is what I want.
Like interactive mini games. Jesus Christ.
Honestly, I would like to see a Saw video game come out by Blumhouse. Honestly, that would be amazing.
What you were saying about...
I mean, it could work, but for, at that point, if we're looking at the Saw format of how those movies, sort of run through, you'd be looking at essentially a whole sort of collection of mini games throughout the game. What would be the objective besides just trying to escape traps? There has to be a sort of consistent gameplay for it to be its own thing and feel unique. It has to, rather than just having so many interactive QT cutscenes and mini games, there has to be a sort of consistent gameplay logic to it. I mean, at that rate, you might as well just be playing a very gory body horror version of Mario Party at that point. But you look at a game like Metal Gear Solid, Silent Hill, Resident Evil, there's always you've got the basic gameplay loop, move, shoot, gathering things to try and survive and get to the end. And, you can distinctly feel how a game plays just from the base gameplay alone. But if you're filling it with just, QT cutscenes and mini games, then are you playing a game or are you playing an interactive movie at that point?
Yeah, no, I get you.
So there has to be a consistent logic to it.
Back to what you said about Blumhouse doing their first game and going for the gaming community. It's kind of like what they said at the FNAF 2 little announcement with the voice actors. I think it was Matthew Lillard said that Scott Cawthon has been listening to the community, and they're going to start making the FNAF movies more based towards the gamers. There's going to be more lore, more jump scares, more horror, more game aspects of.
Lore? You mean the lore that constantly contradicts itself with every new release?
Basically, yeah. Is that the Bite of 87?
Oh my God! It doesn't follow a consistent logic. I mean, it's like trying to, I mean, I love Metal Gear Solid, but at the same time, Hideo Kojima was also trying to basically do damage control with the fourth game in the Metal Gear Solid series. That just trying to tie up so many loose ends that were left over from the first 3 or the first 5 games, really, with Metal Gear 2, and then Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3.
I feel like one thing if they do one Metal Gear game I loved growing up was Metal Gear Rising.
Now that there it's not technically considered canon, considering it was a Platinum Games spin-off that was produced by Konami, and the only role that Kojima really played there was just a sort of creative advisory role, just making sure that, the plot beats and the story and the art style were more consistent with the Metal Gear brand. But yeah, there's definitely some, very Metal Gear themes woven into that narrative as over the top blase action anime it looks for a hack and slash game. It's still a Metal Gear game at heart, but I wouldn't say that it's technically canon, especially considering it takes place after the events of Guns of the Patriots. So, I'm pretty sure.
It would be nice to have it ported over onto new gen consoles, because I love that game, and with old games being ported over onto new gen, it would be nice to kind of play.
Good news for Xbox console owners. It is available on backwards compatibility. 4K 60 FPS. It's amazing.
So this next reaction came out 5 hours ago. Halo campaign evolved, and they have a gameplay trailer.
This morning, and I was so fucking hyped.
They
Honestly,
released a
when I saw
13-minute
it,
gameplay trailer.
When I saw this, I wishlisted it instantly. I am so fucking happy we're getting Halo on PlayStation. You do not understand. I grew up with Halo.
When it comes to me, I'm not a big Halo fan. I mean, I've played 1, 2, 3. Big fan of Halo.
Yeah, no, that's understandable.
The music.
I loved Halo 3 story. I loved Halo 3 story. Just saying.
The music.
And correct me if I'm wrong.
The data in their networks.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This is the Halo 1 story.
The ring has some kind of deep religious significance. They call it Halo. They believe that Halo is some kind of weapon.
What sort of weapon is it?
One with unimaginable power.
I'm pre-ordering this. I'm pre-ordering it.
The campaign that started it all.
I'm pre-ordering it.
Fire Team Charlie, we're on our way.
It just... I grew up with this.
The Covenant are putting up a real fight. The cartographer must be here. Give them hell, Chief.
Oh, hell yeah. Fuck yes.
Okay, I've got a lot.
Now, listen. Now we. Oh, is this multiplayer?
No, there is no multiplayer suite. It's only 4-player co-op. It's just a campaign. Now, I have been following this particular project through the rumor mill since early this year. And this is just one of 3 other projects that are in the works at Halo Studios, formerly known as 343 Industries. So, with this project obviously coming out next year, because next year is the 25th anniversary for the original Halo and the Xbox as well. Now, this is pretty much a love letter to the original campaign. What we're getting with this campaign as well is, the Halo Combat Evolved story as we know and love, pretty much rebuilt from the ground up in the Unreal 5 engine. It'll be the same story, plot beat to plot beat, with 3 new missions woven in as sort of prequel missions to sort of establish, Chief's relationships with other well-established characters. Like Johnson is finally going to be his own character in this game.
Yes. Yes.
So he'll be like his own sort of man, because in the original Halo CE, he was sort of just a generic soldier. Like, they didn't really establish him as his own character until Halo 2 came out. So we're going to get more of that. The cinematics are also being redone as well to give a bit more of cinematic depth and flair, given the tools that we've got in the Unreal 5 engine as well. Obviously, as you can see on screen right now, we've got more modernized gameplay to sort of, bring the old gameplay loop up to speed, but it's still very Halo. Now, among this, we've also got 2-player split-screen co-op coming in as well, and 4-player online co-op. Why are you jerking your gherkin?
Like, this is. I grew up with this shit. This is what I wanted for so long.
So did I. But at the same time, with 343 sort of taking the helm after Bungie departed from Microsoft after Reach, I've sort of had a bit of a love-hate relationship with Halo.
Didn't 343 also work on Crackdown, if I'm mistaken?
No.
I think it was Terry Crews.
No, Terry. Okay, that was Crackdown 3, or also known as just Crackdown. Listen, if they can port Crackdown, the original first Crackdown, onto Unreal Engine 5.
The only person that ever worked on a Halo game that worked on Crackdown 3 was Joseph Stratton. Joseph Staten, who was like the original writer for Halo 2, Halo 3, 3 ODST, and Reach. And he also worked on Halo Infinite as well, trying to bring it up to speed and, more power to Infinite as a project for that, because the campaign, I think, was really well done. Story-wise, gameplay, a lot of the open world just felt a bit empty. But here, I think this is a very promising. Now, remember, this is a remake, so a lot of gameplay elements are going to feel different, but more consistent with how Halo plays today. From what I hear, there's a few new enemy variants being thrown in, especially with the Flood. Like, we're getting pure form Flood from Halo 3 put into this campaign as well, along with 9 new weapons as well.
Amazing.
And of course, we got those 3 new prequel missions as well. And the original cast have all come back to sort of reprise their roles and re-record their voice lines just for this project as well. So we've got Jen Taylor and Steve Downs coming back to play as Chief and Cortana, which is amazing. I'm wondering if they're going to get Johnson's original voice actor back for this project as well. I would love to hear like new Johnson lines. That would be awesome. Like from the man that pretty much made that character from day one, since Halo's inception.
I feel like if this looks very, very promising, and if they can, if a lot of people will play this, and they genuinely will, right?
Yeah.
If this goes well, I can definitely smell Master Chief Collection coming in. I'm smelling it. I can see it happening.
Probably, yeah. My only concern with this, and it's a bit of a brand concern for, I've got a multitude of concerns, let's just be honest. This is in the Unreal 5 engine. Now, if you're in the know about game development in today's sort of climate at the moment, the Unreal 5 engine, or as people sort of refer to it as the UE5 engine, is the most notoriously temperamental engine to develop with. And, more and more games that are being released running on this engine as well are pretty much, evidence of that. But from what I gather, since Infinite wrapped up production and they sort of just finished their post-launch support for the multiplayer, Halo Studios have been working with the Unreal 5 engine just to, work around all of its quirks and, its downsides, trying to make sure that when they develop this game and eventually release it next year, that it's going to run buttery smooth. But every other project that we've seen run on this engine has just been like a performance nightmare. It's either going to look crap and run well, or it's going to look pretty and run like dog shit in a floating submarine. Like, like,
yeah.
And if Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, Borderlands 4, and other UE5 projects that have come out this year, anything to go off of, this is either going to be a coin toss, or Halo Studios are going to be up there with the very select few developers that can make a game running on this engine that looks good and doesn't run like crap. Because I'll be honest, playing Metal Gear Solid Delta on day one, like the game looked great and ran fine for the most part, but for so many other people, especially on consoles and worse over, like somehow it ran worse on the PS5 Pro than it did on the vanilla PS5, which does not make any sense to me. But knowing the, how temperamental the UE5 engine is, that does not surprise me. Borderlands 4 looked good. I've got my own reservations with its gameplay as well, but the performance has just been like playing a game that is powered by a car engine that's powered by a hamster on a wheel with no legs and is dead.
There's been a lot of complaints about the performance issues with Borderlands 4.
So I'm hopeful it looks great. I love the steps that they're making with this remake, but I'm at the same time being extremely cautiously optimistic.
No, I completely understand that. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you.
I have no take in this because I'm not a big Halo fan.
Right.
This next game we have is called Dispatch. Came out. The trailer came out 2 days ago. PlayStation 5.
It recently come out. So what it is it's made by the same people that made the Telltale games, like The Wolf Among Us,
Batman.
and the
Batman,
I think
Walking
so.
Dead,
The Walking
Walking
Dead.
Dead series, yeah. It's the same people, and funny enough, Moist Critical, Jacksepticeye, and some other content creators are actually voice acting in this game.
Interesting. Interesting.
And funny enough, the main character is done by
Aaron Paul.
Aaron Paul, from fucking Breaking Bad.
Oh, I've seen this on Twitter.
Yes. Yep. Yes.
Take your clothes off.
Take your clothes
off. What's happening right now?
It's better if you keep your identity a secret. Here. I remembered you being bigger. I was a little drunk. I work better alone.
The hell, man?
Hello, Robert.
How do you move so quiet?
I float.
Jacksepticeye. Young Gravy's in this?
Yep.
I didn't realize that.
Alana
Where's Critical?
What the fuck?
Oh.
Alana Pierce is a special mention because she is from Australia as well, and had done a lot of good work, voice work since Gears 5. Funnily enough, just starting out with NPC dialogue for both Cyberpunk 2077 and Gears 5. Now she's been making bigger and bigger moves. She co-wrote God of War Ragnarok as well. And has also been a couple of indie films, and this is one of the biggest projects that she's been involved with as well, which is
It looks really good. I'm gonna have to get myself a copy of this.
I've already wishlisted it, and I'm gonna snag myself a copy as soon as I can because it is looking stellar. Now, the first 2 quote unquote episodes are out. So the full game isn't quite out, but they're rolling out episodes on a regular basis, just like they did with the old Telltale games before they got creatively bankrupt and they became more interactive movie and less game. But this does look like they're actually weaving in like a neat blend of like strategic gameplay along with, you know, those very Telltale storytelling elements where the player has control of the outcome of the story. So this is a very ambitious project from start to finish. Very hilarious. Ad hoc, I think, have done a really good job just from what I've seen through other people's gameplay alone. But yeah, this isn't just like your average Telltale game. This is essentially a game with a story that you can control the outcome of. So think a basic strategy game, like I guess like management strategy game, kind of like Little Metro, or you know, something along the lines of that, combined with those Telltale Games storytelling elements, and this is what you get. It looks amazing. A lot of people have been singing high praises. I mean, you look at the Steam store right now; it is already sitting at a very positive, which I know Steam reviews aren't the most reliable.
Because people tend to make the shittest reviews.
But a lot of people have been saying a lot of good things outside of, you know, store review pages. But yeah, it looks genuinely good, and I
looks
really
fun.
want to snag myself a copy of it. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So this, I wanted to show you this because I was scrolling on Twitter, and this popped up, the first trailer for the Paranormal Activity video game. It will have a unique playthrough with opportunities each time and has multiple different endings. Looks
Interesting.
very interesting.
I sent this to you.
I'm just gonna record. Are you okay with being on camera? I could try and keep you out of it. Here it is.
Looks like it was developed for the
only house
PlayStation
we can
3.
afford. Let's have a look.
That's what they're trying to go for, like that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Or like the mid,
I mean,
late 2000s, early 2010s.
Well, they did make the mortuary assistant.
Mortuary assistant. Oh.
Okay, so
we're going down the right path.
Pretty fun to play.
We're going down the right path.
Oh shit.
Oh, fuck that. I'm leaving the house instantly.
I'm sorry. I don't know why it's happening.
I'm actually so fucking excited for this.
It looks so good. I can't wait to play it.
Damn.
You can wishlist it now.
It's only on Steam? Oh, that's pissed me off. I want that on PlayStation. I want that on PlayStation. I want to buy that shit. Bro, that's pissed me right off.
Wait, which one was it? Oh, these right here. We already reacted to Master Chief. Honestly, I could give two fucks about.
What was it? Oh, right, okay.
Fucking Jake Paul.
So,
get him the fuck out of here.
Can I just talk to you about this? Right. So, I didn't want to talk about this right now, but if you want to watch it, we can watch it right now. But pretty much in this video, they mention the Replacer going to space, and in that clip, Jake Paul is in it. And I fucking tweeted it saying, if I see Jake Paul in Call of Duty, I am gonna be so disappointed with fucking Call of Duty, because the amount of lies they have said. Oh yeah, Black Ops 6 is gonna be fucking based in the 90s, but you know, cool, with all these goofy ass skins. But I swear to God, I'm done with the fucking celebrities. Okay, cool. The Replacer, he is as iconic as another celebrity, but the Replacer's been in Call of Duty since what? BO3?
The Replacer's been around. Yeah, they had the Replacer around since I think Black Ops when it was rolling. No.
Yeah. So
Black Ops 2.
He's been around for a while.
So what? Pretty much, he is as big as like those big kind of celebrities. So if I see Jake Paul in Call of Duty, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
If I see him in COD, I am refunding my Vault Edition.
I just haven't pre-ordered. Like
Because
like I really want Call of Duty to like strive as a long-running franchise, but there are so many problems with how they're
See,
handling. their development cycle.
I actually watched a video from T-Dogs Me talking about Call of Duty Online.
oh yeah, that Chinese version.
That Chinese version,
Yeah.
and that Call of Duty was free to play. It was going to be free to play, you know. And I genuinely think that Call of Duty needs to be free to play and kind of go down that route only because,
No.
like,
No.
hear me out. No, hear me out though. Hear me out though. There's so much aspects they can work with. Because there's so much aspects you can kind of fiddle with.
Have you seen the supply drop system they had in that game?
Yeah, but
It is horrible.
That was during the life cycle. That was during the Advanced Warfare life cycle.
Because I watched Merc Music back then play Call of Duty Online, and he opened a supply drop and got a fucking C4. What's that?
Going back to piggyback what you've been talking about, Call of Duty, coming out every single year. Call of Duty Online would just be its sole game, right? And Destiny 2's been out for so fucking long, and we've not had a new Destiny game in years. Call of Duty would be that sole game and would go on for years.
I get so bored of
And
Destiny
would have
so
new.
quick.
I've already said this in the stream team meeting earlier before this. Call of Duty, well, actually before the meeting even, like Call of Duty, if it's trying to be a live service title, but also releasing a new game every year, I don't think the whole live service thing is just going to work, because the more shit that you pump into a multiplayer suite, the more fiddle fucking around the devs have to do just to try and balance everything out, to the point where they're going to have to either remove a bunch of shit just to keep it balanced, or, it'll be just so far beyond repair. And mind you, you have to remember, Call of Duty was initially developed as a middle finger to EA.
Yep.
With Medal of Honor. Now, let me give you guys a bit of a history lesson. I don't know if you know this, but Vince Zampella, the guy who was directing Battlefield 6's post-launch and, the development of that entire project from start to finish, he was part of the original Medal of Honor Allied assault.
I know about that. Yeah.
His main issue. Hold on. His main issue.
Didn't he work on a Call of Duty game before, and then he left to go work on Battlefield?
No. All right. No. Let me give you the proper history lesson. So he was working on Medal of Honor Allied Assault. It was his first gig making video games with EA. What he didn't really like with what Medal of Honor had been doing since the first game right up to, I think this was 6th gen, was that they were making World War II shooters that made you feel like an army of one, as opposed to being one man in an army, if that makes any sense. So you catch where I'm going?
Yeah.
So in response to that, he splintered off, took a few of his friends that were in that team as well. They founded Infinity Ward and created the very first Call of Duty game. And Vince Zampella has been part of every Infinity Ward project right up until after they wrapped up development with Modern Warfare 3, and he was wrongfully fired by Activision.
Because they didn't want to pay. They didn't pay the fucking money towards him.
Yeah, and he said they basically were trying to push more to that direction of, we're just going to be pumping, each new title full of shit with its multiplayer suite just to give people a constant feed of dopamine microdosage. And that's essentially what happened. So he got fired by Activision, so he was no longer part of Infinity Ward. or its subsidiaries after Modern Warfare 3 back in 2011. And because of that, he went off to make Respawn Entertainment, made Titanfall, Titanfall 2, and Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
While he was with Respawn. And now we've just gone full circle, and he's now one of the lead developers in the coalition that is Battlefield Studios, made up of DICE, Ripple Effect, Criterion, and one other studio. I'm not really, I forget the name of it, but yeah, there's like 4 studios within the coalition that is Battlefield Studios. And Vince Zampella, the guy who was responsible for the inception of Call of Duty as a whole and was present throughout the golden age of Infinity Ward's games, is now working as a lead developer in Call of Duty's direct competitor.
Yeah, it's
That's
wild. It
insane.
is wild. Yeah, it is wild. It is really, really wild.
Meanwhile, Call of Duty right now is undergoing its second identity crisis, because you have to remember, this isn't the first go-around we've had with Battlefield coming out on top in this sort of, one-on-one.
We've had Infinity War, we've had Infinity War, and Battlefield 1.
Infinite Warfare and Battlefield 1. Now, remember, back in 2016, I don't know if any of you watching this remember, like, what happened in 2016. I mean, you should. Not a lot happened. Besides many atrocities and a lot of things that upset people. But anyway, 2016, Infinite Warfare was announced. People were getting sick and tired of the franchise going far too ahead into the future. People were sick of it. No one liked the space opera theme that it was going for. I mean, mind you, when the game came out, campaign was amazing, multiplayer was dog shit. Battlefield 1 comes out, and they went in the other direction, way back in time into the theater of World War I, and it was the biggest launch for any Battlefield game in history, right up until this year with Battlefield 6. And I think it's one thing that a lot of people have forgotten about Call of Duty as a franchise. Like, initially, it was about, telling these unique stories that were set in actual fields of battle. And that's what made, those first games right up until, wrapping up Black Ops 2, made them felt unique because they were actually woven into actual real life history. You look at, like, hands down, and I will sing this, and like, I will repeat this objective truth until the day I die or until it no longer is true. But Call of Duty World at War is probably the last greatest Call of Duty campaign that we will ever have for a few reasons. One, it is not fucking filled to the brim with needless QTE cutscenes. You don't have control completely taken away from you. Two, it was a campaign that actually had a set of balls. Like, they did not shy away from, utilizing conflicting imagery to get the point of that campaign's story and themes across. And 3, it blurred the line between fiction and history.
Yeah.
Did any of you play that campaign?
Which one?
World at War.
Oh yeah, I love it. One of my favorites.
So you know how in all of those mission briefing cutscenes before you get into the gameplay of a mission, they will show you topography of what, just sort of setting up historical context as to why you're undertaking these missions throughout, and they show you what led us to this battle. They show you topographs and infographs of the Battle of Peleliu, storming Silo Heights, and every bit of historical context, and they show you archival footage of what was actually going on in those battlefields. Hell, they even show you archival footage of people getting executed. This game had a set of balls, and now And it's what's disappointed me so much about Black Ops 6, because they had so much potential for that campaign, but they just played it way too safe. And it's what's been annoying me with this new era of Call of Duty's campaigns. They play shit way too safe. It feels like a Call of Duty campaign that has been co-written by the same cunts who have been writing Disney's Marvel movies. It just feels so safe. And like Black Ops 6 as a campaign, fucking around with like the Gulf War, they had so much potential for, you know, all the bullshit with, you know, the Afghan war and like political conspiracy with Ronald Reagan, but they just literally took that opportunity and whittled it down to nothing more than just a cameo. Like, that campaign was about as edgeless and toothless as an Elmo doll smeared in butter. And the butter was made by Disney.
To piggyback to what you're saying, in one of the promotions for BO6, they actually used like at those time periods, you know, presidents and prime ministers of that time in the 90s, you know, and
you just reduce them to just fucking set dressing. I mean, like, fuck, you look at World at War. Like, they did not shy away from showing the Nazi flag, like, in those Russian missions. The purpose of that was just to show how much of a tight grip, like, the Nazi regime had over Russia, and, like, especially it made even more sense when you were storming right towards Berlin. They recreated that iconic photo that was taken to, like, at the end of the war with the USSR raising like, cutting down the Nazi flag and raising the Russian USSR flag over the Reichstag. Like, blurring the lines between reality and fiction. And then with Black Ops 1, like, it wasn't as historically accurate as World at War was, but playing around with the idea that you, as Alex Mason, were potentially the backup of Oswald in the JFK assassination was one of the biggest mind fucks I think I ever experienced playing a Call of Duty game. But they don't do that shit anymore. Like, where's the teeth? Where's the nads? Where's the like?
Yeah,
again, it's.
I hear you.
Okay, I'm back.
Plays shit way too safe. And the other thing as well, as far as gameplay is concerned, if like, and it was my biggest issue with the Modern Warfare 3 2023 campaign as well. It felt more like a over-glorified tutorial for Warzone than an actual campaign, and I just do not have high hopes for Black Ops 7's campaign either. People can argue and debate against me saying, oh, but this campaign, like, this game's been in development for 4 years. Yeah, they were developing it right beside Black Ops 6 as well. If the immediate release of Modern Warfare 3 2023, after, like, coming right off the back of Modern Warfare 2 back in 2022 is anything to go off of.
Yeah.
Black Ops 7 is just... I don't have any hope for it. And the multiplayer as well. Like, there is a reason why so many people protested against going further into the future. Like, I think Call of Duty, like, all of the dev teams working on Call of Duty, especially Raven Software, like, the one team amongst that entire coalition of studios working on Call of Duty games, like, knowing that it was a Raven Software effort really disappointed the shit out of me, because these guys are known for so many legendary first-person shooter campaigns, like Soldier of Fortune, and, like, it just disappoints me. What I think they need to do is just go back to playing every single Call of Duty game in existence, from start to finish. Play all the campaigns, have a look at what made those multiplayer suites work, and make a game that reflects that, you know, history of development. Like, this franchise has been going on for more than 20 years now.
Yeah.
Surely they know how to, make a game that feels like a Call of Duty game. Because right now, I don't feel like I'm playing Call of Duty. I feel like I'm playing some generic first-person shooter that's trying to, get its piece of the pie in the esports market. The campaigns have been lackluster as of late, and the multiplayer just seems to be taking a back seat. And I don't blame the multiplayer teams for this. The blame squarely falls on Activision for trying to push Warzone to be successful against, Fortnite. And I guess that's what brought up this whole terminology of Call of Duty undergoing this sort of Fortniteification. And, if the post-launch support for Black Ops 6 is anything to go off of, it really shows. Because, with all this crossover, all the efforts through crossovers and all this other bullshit, trying to compete against Fortnite by trying to copy Fortnite, it really shows that the dev team's priorities are just sort of mixed somewhere, and something has gone incredibly wrong.
I'm gonna for the rest of this. So Naughty Dog said that they were happy with the viewership for season 2 of The Last of Us. They are working on season. Now here's the thing: is they announced one of the games they've been working on for a while, but they also said they've also been working on another game. They've been working on another game that we have no idea what it is. What do you guys think it'll be? Because I think it's either going to be Uncharted 5 or The Last of Us Part 3, which I don't understand how they could do a Part 3 with the way Part 2 ended.
I don't think they can do a Part 3. I feel like Uncharted 5 makes more sense because
yeah,
I feel like Uncharted 4 left us with a little something.
Because I'm playing through the Uncharted franchise.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying it.
So
okay, I will say this. Neil Druckmann is a creative hack.
Oh yeah.
Right? It's very clearly evident that he wanted to make movies, but he's just been stuck in the video game industry. Because you have to remember, this guy directed the Uncharted 4 project as well. And that game, compared to its 3 predecessors, felt less of a game and more like an interactive movie. And I feel like The Last of Us Part 1 felt more like a game. It was very rough around the edges. Like, the combat definitely needed a lot more work, but it was serviceable for the time. The story was amazing too. The Last of Us Part 2, I don't know how that game got such high praise when it felt more like a movie or an interactive TV show than an actual fucking video game. And it was the same thing. It was the same situation with Uncharted 4. More of a movie, less of a game. And somehow it got scores into, perfect scores of 10, 9.5, all this other bullshit. And I'm sitting here scratching my head going, how?
So, what pissed me off with The Last of Us Part 2 is that people hated it because Ellie was into females. And they're like, I don't want to play as excuse my French, but I don't want to play as a gay female. They got so much hate for that. Play the game. Great story.
I think they handle look, making a character that's, part of the LGBTIQ community or, a minority works well when it's just part of their character. They don't make a big fuss out of it and they don't make it part of their personality, right? Like, there are so many characters in, all forms of medium that are very well written, and some of them you probably wouldn't even know at face value that they are, gay, bi, whatever. or transgender for that matter. I mean, Colonel Volgan for a villain in Metal Gear Solid 3. Did you know that he was bisexual?
No idea.
No.
Nope. Same with Vamp in Metal Gear Solid 2 and 4. Like, he was a bisexual flamenco dancing vampire dude. And, like, there's a bunch of other characters and other video games that, aren't just written by Hideo Kojima or designed by Hideo Kojima. There's plenty of other video games that do this well. Like, Claire, the bartender in Cyberpunk 2077. If you didn't look up like her background through lore bits, you probably wouldn't even know that she's a transgender woman at face value, unless you were actually smart enough to pick up on the transgender flag that was painted on a truck. But like, I love it when they just make it, part of their character. Like, it's just fact. It's just there. Like, they don't make it part of their personality. But on the other hand, you've got a game like, what was the new Dragon Age that came out?
Someone modded Wolverine into Spider-Man 2.
Damn.
Dragon Age the Valguard. Like,
oh yeah,
that character. What was her name? Like, there were so many memes that were made about that too. Where like, the first introduction you get is, so I'm non-binary. Okay, did I need to know that? Like, and like, they made it. They tried so hard to, really get the player to understand that, yes, this character is non-binary, because they would just shoehorn at any chance they fucking got, and to the point where it just became her entire personality, and it doesn't. I hate it, not because of the fact that they're transgender or non-binary or whatever cleverly cuck they are. I hate it because it takes any kind of creative potential to build up that character to be an interesting character. If the moment you make their sexual orientation or their sexual identity part of their personality, you just basically kill that character. It just makes them bland, and like, you might as well just have a cardboard cutout of them just sitting in the set, because there would just be nothing else for them to be there for. Like,
yeah,
again, Cyberpunk 2077, The Witcher 3, fucking like Baldur's Gate 3 also did this very well, where it was just a factoid about them.
Yep.
Yes, they are gay. So what? There are more interesting, factors that are built into those characters in those games that make them interesting characters. I mean, Claire, again, from Cyberpunk 2077, had an amazing quest line that was literally this sort of revenge story where you had more like a moral input into what would happen. It was amazing. I love that quest line, not just because I got to, race cars in a cyberpunk setting, but it was just a genuinely well-written quest line.
Like, don't shove it down our throats. I'm here to play the game. I'm here to play the story.
Exactly. Make the character interesting if you want us to care about them. And I genuinely cared about Claire because she actually had her own agenda and intentions throughout that whole quest line, not just, I'm trans, so I'm doing this.
Yeah, I hear. I hear.
Now,
Last of Us Part 2 also did that with its characters, and that's why, you care for. What I hated about Part 2 with its story is that it just had a very inconsistent pace. Again, the lack of actual gameplay throughout your video game was also incredibly disappointing and frustrating, because I would only be able to play the game for 20 minutes until I had complete control taken away from me from what felt like half an hour to at least 40 minutes worth of motion captured diatribe and cutscenes. It's just boring. Give me game. I want to play game. I want to be in the action. You give me game.
Give me game. You give me game. I play game. I enjoy game.
You give me game. I pay you money.
Game.
Because like the way that the story was written and structured was definitely meant for TV or a movie. It did not feel like it was written for a video game. And the other thing that really bothered me with Last of Us Part 2's story as well is the way that they sort of cut the two storylines together. Like they built up Ellie's part of the story, and then right after her character arc was finished in the first half of the game, they suddenly had you play, you know, Abby's perspective of things, and
Fuck
that
Abby.
really just killed. You know what? After playing Abby's like story, like her side of things, it really just made me hate Ellie, which is something I never thought would actually, cross my mind at all. I hated Ellie. Like, you built up Ellie's story like as this tragic revenge arc, which was amazing, but then you look at Abby's side of the story, and it just killed any kind of sentimentality I had with Ellie's character. It was just went from going, Ellie's awesome, she's a badass on a revenge warpath, to fuck Ellie, she's a cunt. Like,
Yeah.
it just killed any kind of connection I had with that character. And the moment you do that, you've evidently fucked up.
See,
Like it was just awful.
when it came to me, I love how Joel and Ellie had that like father-daughter relationship where he lost his daughter. But then right after Joel, spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen or played the game, right after Joel gets killed, it's just like, okay, cool. We're on a revenge story now that I really don't care about. Like, they had to kill Joel off.
Like the pacing was just well written. Like they played their hand in that way too fucking early, I think, for that story to work. And it just, again, it was one of many contributing factors as to how that story was structured that made me hate Ellie more than I ever thought I would. Like, I loved Ellie in The Last of Us Part 1. I think Part 1 was a fantastic game, still rough around the edges. I would give it a good 7 out of 10. Because, again, the gameplay definitely needed a bit more work. But besides that, amazing.
You've played
Last
through
of Us
the
Part 2,
second one?
I've played through the second one, and I would give it an easy 6.
Okay.
I would rate it lower than Part 1 because, again, you're taking so much control away from me. It's if you were playing a video game, you'd kind of expect there to be a game to play, not just, interactive cutscenes and then actual cutscenes that take all control away from the player. And the story, the way it was structured, it definitely needed a bit more work and a bit more drafting because the way it was structured really just killed any kind of connection I had with any of these characters to the point where I felt more, sympathetic for Abby's side of the story and just painted Ellie in this morally negative light as well.
I want to say this though.
It's a game I can't really go back to because the story reasons, not because it's a depressing one. I mean, it can be depressing for some people, especially with some of the plot beats in there. But there's it at the same time, it also tries so cack-handedly to make you sympathetic for the random NPCs that you kill in the game, like having other characters in the middle of combat shout out their names. Like it just, that can work when sprinkled here and there, but when it's almost every time someone shouts in the middle of combat after you kill somebody, it kind of just sort of becomes completely redundant when you all immersion is broken because of how repetitive that kind of audio cue pops up in the middle of combat. It's like, okay, yeah, this is obviously scripted.
I will say this though, Wolf, I'm sorry. I don't know if you've ever seen the ending of The Last of Us Part 2. Spoilers for everyone
I
watching
have,
as well.
I have.
How the hell are they gonna do a part 3 at the end when Ellie comes back from fighting Abby? What's her name that got pregnant and had the baby? She's gone from the house they lived in before Ellie left, and then Ellie's by herself. She's missing 2 of her fingers, I'm pretty sure. So she can't like where you try to play the guitar at the end, but she can't because she's missing fingers. How are you supposed to continue off of that?
I don't think you can. I don't think you can.
I don't know.
That's the problem. So.
Another thing I wanted to talk about before we end this. I've been seeing a lot of hate for the new Wolverine game.
Yeah, I have.
There was a guy that was talking about how his suit isn't comically accurate and he doesn't sound like he does in the comic books. How are you supposed to know what someone sounds like from reading a comic book?
Yeah, that one's weird to me too. Like,
I'm gonna point this out, right? It sometimes when it comes to like comic book stuff, listen, a comic book character has different outfits.
Exactly.
Yes, his outfit is yellow and blue, but this is completely different from the comics. It's a different universe. He has his own outfit. It's yellow and black.
If we're going to be complaining about comic book accuracies, then I guess every X-Men movie in existence that has featured Wolverine just needs to be thrown into a dustbin and set on fucking fire, because, like, none of those were comic book accurate. Everyone has their own interpretations and adaptations of pre-existing media. Let Insomniac have this.
Exactly.
like this is like pretty close to what we get in the comic books. I don't know how faithful it's going to be to the comic books as far as character is concerned, but I guess we'll see. Like, from what I've seen already, they're already doing a pretty good job. My complaint in all this is Insomniac just seems to be bogged into just making nothing but Marvel property video games. Like,
I think the last normal IP game was probably Ratchet and Clank,
which is a great game, by the way.
Awesome.
It was an amazing IP.
I just wanted to see, and Naughty Dog as well. Like, they just seem to be bogged into making, fucking The Last of Us, and for a while it was Uncharted before The Last of Us, and now however many games of Intergalactic that we're going to get. I want to see them go. I want to see Naughty Dog go back to making Jak and Daxter.
Yes.
Give me back Jak and Daxter for fuck's sake. Like,
can I just piggyback on that for 2 seconds, right? So if we're talking about old IPs and like just classic games in general, bring back Ape Escape, and I've said this many fucking times, right? Listen, Ape Escape was an amazing game. I grew up with Ape Escape as a kid, right? Now, of course, the original company behind Ape Escape shut down. However, what the fuck? Sony Interactive Entertainment has picked up Sackboy from Little Big Planet. And if they can pick up Sackboy, you can pick up the fucking apes. You pick up these monkeys. I would love to see them come back, pick up the IP. If you can do Sackboy, pick up Ape Escape. Because I'm not being funny. When they released the PlayStation Stars thing back in 2022, and you can get collectibles. In my eyes, I call them NFTs because technically, you're spending your points on collectibles, which are NFTs. Anyways, pretty much, most of the collectibles were Ape Escape related, and the models looked very, very clean, like looked fresh, straight on fucking Unreal Engine 5 like type models. I'm like, what the fuck? You're literally putting it in our face. Where the fuck is Ape Escape 4? Or you know what? Better yet, why don't they do the Crash Bandicoot treatment? Right, bring us a trilogy, a remastered trilogy of all 3 games. Then give us the 4th game afterwards. I would love that, honestly. I'm not being funny.
I'd love to see Insomniac do that with Ratchet and Clank as well, because like the Ratchet and Clank reboot game that they
No, I mean,
did.
Sly Cooper.
Was
Where the
all
fuck is
right.
Sly Cooper?
Yeah, exactly.
Where the fuck is Sly
It just seems
Cooper?
like they're bogged into like these more
Better yet,
mature
if we're
games. It's
talking about
not
PlayStation IPs, where the fuck is Buzz? I would love
like
to play Buzz.
in a world where fucking kids, like, because we grew up with this stuff when we were like 5 years old.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like when these kids today, like when we were their age, like we had so many good games coming out for home consoles, and now like it just seems like those same like these kids today, like Gen Alpha, they're doing nothing but just sitting around on their iPhone. Like if video games want to succeed, like if the video game market wants to succeed, they need to make games for kids as well. And I like Naughty Dog and Insomniac have the capabilities of doing that. They have the IPs in their possession to do that. Because right now, for the Sony platform, all kids have are fucking Fortnite and Astrobot. That's it.
I'm not being funny. I'm just gonna point this out. I do like Astrobot at the moment. I have been playing it, been streaming it.
Roblox is good, like for kids to play. Definitely smoking meth because Jesus Christ, it's just like the shit
I mean,
that goes on there.
I'm 2 trophies
Yeah.
away from platinuming Astrobot. I'm so
Nice.
close.
So, yeah, I mean, games like Astrobot, that is like the type of game I would play as a child, and to play it, and I play Astro's Playroom, like it's pretty much like the kind of tested grounds to show off the capabilities of the PlayStation 5 controller.
Yeah.
But as a game, it was amazing. And back when Astrobot was on the PS4 and it had a VR game, I played that and I loved it. I love Astrobot. And like the Astrobot grow as an IP. Don't get me wrong, I love Astrobot as like one of the main faces of PlayStation. But I would love to see some old faces. Like, don't get me wrong, you've got IPs like fucking the main faces of PlayStation right now is like you got the Spider-Man IP, you got God of War, Uncharted, Last of Us, Sackboy. But I would love to see Jak and Daxter come back. I want to see Ape Escape come back. Better yet, I miss fucking Spyro. I fucking miss Spyro, man. Honestly, where the fuck we got?
Oh
We
my
got
God.
we got a remaster of all 3 fucking games, and that was it. Where the fuck is the 4th game? Listen, I understand it's now under Activision, and now Activision's with Microsoft. But what the fuck? We're getting Microsoft games on PlayStation. Fuck sake, please port them over.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I don't see what the fuck is going on in these companies' heads. Listen, it's a no-brainer. Do the logical thing. Give what the gamers want. Give us what we want. Fucking make it. It's in your face. We are literally saying it right now, and we've been saying it for years.
Making a game that's part of an IP geared towards like a younger demographic as well just leaves you with so much creative freedom and potential to make something a bit more unique. Like, I don't think anyone would be able to like describe Ratchet and Clank, a Ratchet and Clank game or a Sly Cooper game to anyone that hasn't played video games before and not know what it is, because like
there is still a community. There's people that are our age.
Shooter slash platformer slash video like a vehicular combat game. There's so many elements to it, but it still fits within the formula of that game. And the same thing with
like
the more classic titles within that game, within that franchise. And then you've got Jak and Daxter, which definitely took a bit more of a mature turn, but like that was at the peak point in time where kids were more into like that sort of fantasy, like dark fantasy kind of element. And that's why we got shows like Avatar: The Last Airbender and the original Teen Titans in the wake of movies like Lord of the Rings coming out around that time.
Like, I'm a bit funny. There's people our age, and like people our age in the community that are still like Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank. Sly Cooper, Ape Escape. I'm not being funny. You don't have to like target it towards the kids. Target it towards us, the community. Like, I'm not being funny.
Like,
it's in your face.
Jesus
You have a
fuck.
community still. Like, it's don't like going back to Astrobot. Yeah, they kind of targeted it towards kids, but however, people who kind of like tried out Astrobot through the VR game
or the free game when you get your PlayStation,
or the free game. I'm not being funny. There is a community who actually like Astrobot, who you know what I mean? People like Ratchet and Clank still, Sly Cooper. Yeah. It is just ridiculous how these companies are not understanding the capabilities of what the amount of fucking money they can make,
bro,
off of these.
When I was
Like,
playing
they're literally
Astrobot,
sitting on money printers and they're refusing to give them any ink.
when I was playing Astrobot the other day, and I punched that one egg that gave me Spyro, I'm like, what the fuck, Spyro's in here? And then I'm just sitting there, like, bro, I miss the Spyro games on PlayStation 2.
Bro, listen, I'm not, bro. I will honestly hold on. Let me get it now. Hold on.
Because
Where is it?
I'm right now. I think I need one more bot in Astrobot, which is the final level after doing everything else, and it's really fucking hard. And I just walk around in that area on Astrobot, just looking at all the bots. Like, you got Crash Bandicoot, Kratos, Thor, Spyro.
Honestly, look.
Oh, hold on.
It's on PS.
I'll go
honestly, I'm not being funny. I'm not being funny. I'm not being funny. It's a no-brainer. It is genuinely a no-brainer. I don't see what their fucking problem is. Why don't they just do it? Pisses me off.
My Spyro.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Growing up, I had to keep my place. Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Fun play. I miss that era.
I still remember playing Wrath of Cortex as a kid. Holy shit! But like the countless amount of hours that I put into Ratchet and Clank 3, which was subtitled "Up Your Arsenal" here in Australia, like that. Chef's kiss. It was like the perfect balance of platforming, gunplay, and just batshit crazy enemies, and like it still holds up to this day. Checkpoint system is definitely very early 2000s, but like
this is
still holds up.
This is the Ratchet and Clank I grew up on when I got a PSP. Size matters.
Size matters. Oh man,
such a
I'm not
great
being
game.
funny. Like, they just going back to the Easter egg thing, right? I'm like, Spyro?
Yeah.
Spyro? Hold on a minute. Isn't that a Microsoft fucking IP now?
Oh, there's a spot in Astrobot once you get far enough. It's like a winter wonderland. They have a bunch of bots you would never expect. They have Miles Morales with the cat. They have the normal Spider-Man from the newest Spider-Man games, and like a bunch of other bots you would never expect to show up. I have 306 out of 307. I need one more.
Dumb.
Then I have to go through the God of War level, find all the crows.
Yeah, no, like, I miss the old IPs. I just feel like they need to pull their finger out their assholes and,
You know what game I wish they would remaster is Spider-Man Friend or Foe. It's one of my favorite games on the PlayStation. Or the Ninja Turtle game. That one was great.
You know what I really want to come back? I just want EA to stop fiddle fucking around with Need for Speed, because they still need to work on that formula, but bring back, and I say this with a heavy heart, EA, for the love of God, bring back Burnout. Like it has been far too long. It has been far too long since
I still have the disc for
game.
Need for Speed Most Wanted.
What one?
Yeah, which one? That's very important. That's very important. The reboot was the original.
Listen. I played the original and I played the 2013 version, was it?
Ah, yeah.
I liked. Listen, I as much as I liked the original, the 2013 version at the time, amazing. Jesus, bro's got his collection.
Every okay.
Let's see, bro.
Got Final Front.
Oh god, the PS2 port of World at War. God, that was a big game.
Yeah.
Game. Nice.
Spider-Man Friend or Foe. They need to remaster
Yeah.
this. Speed Most Wanted.
Ah, yeah, there we go. That's the right one.
I never played this one.
TT Superbikes. Brought to you by Suzuki.
Toy Story 3.
Oh, Toy Story 3.
Crash Tag Team Racing.
Funny enough,
nice.
with the Toy Story 3 game, the toy box mode was only available on the PS3 version instead of the PS2 version.
This game was really fun.
Yeah, that game was fun.
I still argue that Wrath of Cortex is
Cars
better.
is a hard one.
that one definitely goes hard. Yeah.
Madden 12.
Okay.
SmackDown versus Raw 2008.
I'll get mine out.
Crash Nitro Kart.
Nice.
SmackDown versus Raw 2007.
Right. Here we go. Look what you're making me do. You're making me do it. I'll just put past them on the floor.
Now, I guess.
Right. Right, here we go.
And then I have the Deadpool game that you cannot buy anymore on Xbox and Jump Force.
Right. So we're gonna obviously I've got Spyro, Guitar Hero, Metallica.
I love Guitar Hero. Such a great series, except for the new one.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Ooh.
SpongeBob Revenge of the Flying Dutchman.
That's a great game.
Band Hero.
Never played that.
Let's see Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero 3.
That's the best one in my opinion.
Ugh. Guitar Hero 1 Tour.
I don't have my PS2 library here, unfortunately, and I've got a bunch of other old games for PC and like the Xbox
Guitar
360
Hero
as well.
Aerosmith.
Nice.
Guitar Hero 1.
Damn.
Guitar Hero 2.
Damn.
Guitar Hero 5. Guitar Hero Greatest Hits. And Rock Band.
Rock Band's a good game.
Nice.
Honestly, I love Guitar Hero, and obviously, I don't want to talk about it, but obviously, when Fortnite Festival came out, I was kind of happy about it because it gave me so many memories. But
I gotta go.
So
all right,
yeah.
so here's my collection of relics. Now I don't have everything because I still own all my PS2 games, but they're just sort of at my parents' place in my old room in their house, just sort of collecting dust and storage. But I've got the ones that I do have with me at the moment. So for PC, back in the Games for Windows Live era of PC gaming, we've got the original PC port of Halo Combat Evolved from 2003, complete with its own disc and still the original game manual as well in all of its entirety. Along with that, we've also got Halo 2, the PC port that came out in 2005 with the map editor as well.
No, it must
Which
you
is why
found
it
it.
comes in such a fat fucking box. I've got Microsoft Flight Simulator X Gold Edition before the Steam Edition even came out. Yeah, this would you could only buy on a fucking disc before, they ported it onto Steam when Steam was, new and exciting and Games Windows Live was just dead in the water. Back when you had to install Microsoft Flight Sim on 2 separate discs, and I've still got all of my Pop's old expansion discs that he loaned me as well. And for the 360, few rally titles that I love so much. We've got Colin McRae Dirt 2. Beautiful game.
Dirt 3 was the best in my opinion. Yes.
Look, Dirt 3, amazing game, but this one just had so much soul. Like you actually felt like you were competing in an X Games event. Like it had that sort of punk rock atmosphere and it had so much soul. And of course, well, this was a bit of a regret, but I still enjoy playing this every now and again. Dirt Showdown, the more even more arcadey take to it. I pretty much just bought this one purely because one, it was the newest title when it came out, and two, the Demolition Derby mode was fucking tight. It was righteous as shit. It's awesome. But I'm pretty sure back at my parents' place in my old room, I've still got an original disc copy of Quake 2, some original Doom and Wolfenstein floppy disks, like the original games on floppy disks. So yeah, I've got some fucking relics. I even have Microsoft. I've even got Microsoft Combat Flight Simulator World War II edition that came out in the mid to late 90s. That you could you would not be able to find a working copy of those anywhere else. I'm pretty and this was all passed down to me by my late pop, the one man who's responsible for getting me into PC gaming at a very young age, and that's why I know so much about computers and why I love waxing philosophically about the joys of flight in games like Battlefield that have aircraft.
My older brother is having me and my brother hold on to his old gaming consoles. He has a Super Nintendo, a Nintendo 64, a PlayStation 1, and the games, I'm not going to grab them right now because they're in a box, but he has Pokemon Stadium, the original Super Mario, South Park when it was that 3D first-person game, a bunch of crazy good games.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Here's one.
To piggyback on what you said about the fucking...
Oh my god.
What is that? What is that?
StarCraft 2.
Oh my
this
god.
Was the Legacy of the Void bundle that I bought for PC. Back when I
do you remember when World of Warcraft was on disc? World of Warcraft was...
I remember that.
And they came in big fat fucking boxes like this, and then you'd have a whole battle chest for Warcraft 3. Back when physical media was king and developers weren't held down by fucking shareholders.
Yeah, to pick up what you're saying, Blaze, about you not having a memory card. I've got, I think it's a 250 megabyte cartridge thing. Yeah, I got 250 megabytes, and yeah,
definitely a time to be alive.
I say
it was.
I say we ended off with showing this. This guy hit 1 million score in Battlefield 6 with only 8 kills and 5,000 revives.
Oh, that friendly guy, yeah, holy shit. So this is on his permanent profile. Dude has literally got next to no kills to his name. He's only gotten 8 kills since he started playing Day Dot. 5,077 revives and 1 million points of score to his name. This just proves that Battlefield, in Battlefield, kills don't mean squat. It's all about how much you contribute to the team, whether that be capturing flags or, using vehicles, damaging vehicles, laying down suppressing fire, spotting people, and you can spot anyone. You don't have to be recon. Like other classes, you'll just have to manually spot using the same button you use for your Comoros menu interface. Recon, you can just aim at anyone and spot them out, but any class can spot someone. Any little bit you do to contribute to the team as a, one person in a major 32-man team effort, you will get score for it. And those that play the objective and play the team game are rewarded immensely. Kills don't mean shit. Like, that's why I love Battlefield. Like,
yeah, I like Battlefield as well. I love Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5. Honestly, it was an amazing. It's just an amazing game.
Great, it's great.
Right. I say we end it there. Thank you, bartender, for being here.
Yeah,
It was
thanks
nice
for having me, guys.
talking to you.
Yeah.
All of his socials will be down below in the description, by the way.
Yep. And you'll be catching me sporadically on my own Twitch channel and the Merc Clan Twitch channel as well. So yeah.
I'm gonna
Speaking of
I
Merc,
don't run. I do not run on a fixed schedule. I run off shift work.
Yeah. Speaking of Merc, the Merc Discord and the Merc website is in the description down below.
Yep.
If you want to learn more about Merc, head to mercclan.com, which is m3rk.com. Otherwise, come through the Discord. We're currently rebuilding Merc as a brand. Yeah, come join us. We've got a lot going on, a lot of community game nights. Yeah, come see what's going on.
I'm gonna put a
Hell,
shame.
if you catch me during the daylight hours in Australia, you might even bump into me. Who knows?
I'm gonna put a shameless plug in here. I have an art Twitter now. I draw. I'm learning how to draw anime style drawings.
Nice.
Shameless plug.
That'll be in the description below as well.
Keep going on it, man.
Anything else? Oh yeah, I got some of our merch coming in. I got a phone case, my phone, and I got a beanie coming in, so you'll be seeing that. I plan on getting a hoodie soon.
We got merch in the description down below. Yeah.
Alrighty.
That's it.
Out.